Hi everyone. Today we are having the third Hearten Talks event. We as IEEE IZTECH family would like to welcome Edith Moldovan from Romania, and she will transfer her expertise as in material sciences and building engineering area. I'm opening her presentation right now. Okay, you can start.
So, hello to everyone. Thank you that you made the time to take part of this presentation. My road was bumpy, but I think with ambition, perseverance, and hard study, you can achieve whatever you want. Sorry, I can't see my presentation.
It should be open, but
Okay. Yes, until it's uploading the presentation, I want to say that I'm coming from faculty and specialization that it's highly achieved by men. That doesn't mean that the woman can't achieve the same results or can be better too. So I want to present a bit of myself before to start to show my academic road. And I want to show you my hometown city, that it's nearly the center of Romania, that is called St. George. It's a community mixed by Romanian and Hungarian, so that's the reason I'm talking in Hungarian too. And it's a small town. The achievements, they're not so high expected level, but we are lucky that we are a very united city.
there is some technical delays, but we will continue just
I am so sorry. I don't know.
Okay.
It's like, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you see me? It's like nothing wants to work tonight. I don't know why. But
Okay, we can continue.
yes, we were talking about my hometown. Okay, so my hometown is a small place, but it's a very well united community, and we are trying to help the children because the children are our future. So we are trying to explain them. Every year we are doing national gathering, let's say like that, where we are showing them what we are doing, like trying to connect them through science, to use a microscope, to try the virtual welding equipment and stuff that doesn't hurt the children, but they are making them to want to learn more. If you please to the next page. So these are my current hometown. It's Brasov. That is a larger city than my hometown. It's a very near located at my hometown, but here is where you can find the Transylvania University of Brasov. Actually, these pictures are my own personal library from, and it's showing the beautiful city during the winter and the summertime too. It's a very big center for the universities and for the students. Every year they're coming like 10,000 or more students. Our university is divided by two main faculties, that there are non-engineering and that are engineering. Between the engineering one, you can find the civil engineering, the welding, the material science, and through the non-engineering, the economics, the psychological university, the medicine, the sports one. For the beginning, I want to show a short presentation about my university. Doesn't have a sound. So this was a short presentation of my university, showing, I especially choose this video because it's showing mainly the woman in the first front. That means there are faculty and specialization that you can find a few women to finishing the degree. Why? Because we are living in a world that is concepted that the woman should do just a few things and to leave the other things, the heaviest one, to the man. We are trying to challenge and to show that it's not like this. Of course, I forgot to tell you that I'm coming, my background, it's with civil engineering and welding engineering in material science. These two are the toughest specialization that you can choose to finish because it has a lot of mathematics, statistics, and calculation in dynamic and everything. Now I want to show you about my faculty, what means material science and welding engineering. I'm sorry because it's explained in Romanian, but I will try to translate you.
Care îl vezi. Din ce materiali? Lumea noastră e formată din materiale. Uită-te în jurul tău și pune mâna pe primul obiect pe care îl vezi. Din ce material e făcut? Plastic? Lemn? Metal? Sticlă? Sau nu-ți dai seama? De ce acel obiect nu se sparge când îl iei în mână? De ce alt obiect se rupe sau se îndoaie în anumite condiții? De ce unele materiale se pot suda și altele nu? De ce unele obiecte ruginesc și altele nu? Progresul tehnologic este adeseori limitat de proprietățile materialelor existente. Pentru a crea orice dispozitiv, structură sau produs, este nevoie de materialele potrivite. Fiecare segment al vieții noastre este influențat de materiale. De la caracteristicile avansate ale ecranului telefonului mobil, ori ale senzorilor și componentelor de pe cele mai noi modele de autovehicule, până la suprafețe cu proprietăți antibacteriene sau de autocurățare. Dacă ești o fire curioasă, dacă îți place să înveți lucruri radical noi, dacă ai un echilibru între gândirea logică și cea creativă, Facultatea de Știința și Ingineria Materialelor te așteaptă cu următoarele programe de studii: Știința materialelor, Ingineria sudării, Ingineria securității în industrie și Inginerie economică în domeniul mecanic. Absolvenții noștri dezvoltă, supraveghează și coordonează procesele de fabricare și procesare a materialelor, cât și cele legate de securitatea în muncă, astfel că sunt indispensabili în aproape toate domeniile industriale: construcții de mașini, aeronautică, informatică, electronică, medicină, transporturi și multe altele. Acceptă provocarea începutului carierei tale la Facultatea de Știința și Ingineria Materialelor.
Thank you. What was about in presentation, because everything starts from curiosity. how it's made, that material, for example, the phone, how it's made, if it's resistant, if you use the home appliance, why one is lasting for 2 years and the other one just for 6 months, let's say that. So our faculty is trying to show to the students that depends on the composition of the material, what's happening of the final product. I want to present now my academic road, because a lot of people that I'm talking and I'm entering this sensitive discussion, like saying like this, oh, I'm coming from different high school and I didn't do math or physics or chemistry, I'm not good. Especially the women are very afraid, and please don't be. You just need a little push, let's say like that, and to study a bit harder. So at the beginning, I want to present all my degrees achieved till now. I'm a bit of curious mind, let's say like that. So I want to show you that I'm coming from a high school that I graduate in economics. So I didn't do mathematics, physics or chemistry, almost just the basic, how to know the formula from the water, or what's happening in case of increasing velocity, because the main topics were about economic, marketing, management, and etc. In 2014, you can see from 2005 to 2014 is a huge gap, almost 10 years, because I was like, I don't need a degree, I don't need the university. So actually, I see half in Europe traveling and try to enjoy my life, but started to see the importance of studying and achieving more and more. And in 2014, I told myself I want to study. But what to study? Because everyone, I'm talking about women's in general. I want to study to be a nurse or a medic, something easy that doesn't need too much hard working, let's say like that. When I'm telling hard working, is not like working a lot of hours, working with difficult equipments, with tough materials, because sometimes you need to carry like 50 kilograms of the powder, and there's nobody to help you. So that's kind of heavy and difficult. But in 2014, I started to realize that I need to do something better with my life, and I chose to start the university in civil engineering. Was very tough at the beginning, because were a lot of disciplines and topics that I find hard and tough to learn. But after with the right professor and mentors, was much easier. In 2016, I started my master degrees, and after I finish it, I start my PhD degree. These 3 degrees, graduation of them, was very high continuation. So I started from steel structures. I finished with the master degree in an approach of steel welding with dissimilar materials. And on my PhD was the study of joining the similar materials in PhD program. No, let's go back. So at my next, please. Thank you. Sorry for the bad timing with my computer. So here I want to show you some of my pictures during my bachelor degree in civil engineering. You can see that you have tough topics like material resistance. They killed me properly for 3 years. And topography, but was much easier, and design in detailing. Design means to create your own structure, to calculate it, and to see if it's resisting at the earthquake and wind and all the standards that applies to that building. Next, thank you. There were a lot of visiting and going to the on-site jobs, because it was very difficult to imagine the things, what's happening. So we tried to visit as much as possible. It's a problem in Romania for the students to go visiting, because it requires a higher attention, and you know how are the students, they don't mind too much. And nowadays it's even difficult because of the COVID rules and everything. But was a very beautiful time in training time, let's say like this, made us to understand much easier the things. You do a lot of calculation for the construction equipment, and even for the road construction. We were joking that we say that during the Roman times, the roads are still intact, and the roads that we are creating nowadays, they last like for one season. Depends on the materials. Next slide, please. On my master's degree, I approfondate, let's say like this, what's happening with the metal structures. So it was more important to achieve an understanding in modeling and in advanced materials, even if was meaning to reduce some of the disciplines and topics that I didn't do it. Was very difficult because their approach was very different from the other faculty. But it was a big family, and they helped you in any way. Please, the next page. Sorry. There were 2 beautiful years. We started to learn how to weld, and we were doing a lot of visits to the sites on C2 companies where they're doing the weld. On my master's degree, on my bachelor degree on material science and welding, I was the only woman in that group that started. We've done a lot of study for the materials and welding. Actually, a lot of characterization and testing and morphological testing of the materials. You can see that at the ending of the bachelor degree, I was just the only woman in that group. The problem is that when you say welding engineer, everybody thinks that you go in situ and start to weld. No, that doesn't mean just that. You can be, for example, in materials characterization, or you can do in modeling, or to verify the welding beams. Next, please. So here starts my PhD. It was a bumpy road. if somebody was there to tell me that it's gonna be tough, I didn't believe him, and was bumpy but beautiful. The main topics on PhD is to do 90% of research. You can find yourself to spend all your days and nights to research and to not understand why it's not happening, why you don't obtain that results, because hypothetically you know that should be that the final result, but actually in the field is not that the result. You participate at a lot of conferences because you want to make your work known to the people, and of course yourself too. Even at the conferences, I saw a few moments in the branch, so that means all the women in the world can come to join us. And the best feeling is when you get an award too. You can see a picture that I got the highest award in my PhD studies. During PhD studies, that was at Yash. It was a big event. It was an European and international one. And they find my work being inspiring, so I got that award. And next, please. Sorry. So during these studies, you can achieve a lot of skills. Depends on you which one you consider more important. So I put all the kind of skills that you can achieve. You have the soft one and the hard skills. So the soft skills, you can see that you gain knowledge in leadership and teamwork. I think the most important is the teamwork and the communication. And of course, during the PhD degree, the main thing was the planning, because not all the days were optimum for research, and not all the days were optimum for conference. But during this all degrees that I've done, I improved my hard skills too, like how to do a research, how to publish, how to participate at a conference, how to gain knowledge on your topic, how to show your work, because it's very difficult. In Romania, they kind of considering taboo to show you the research methods. When I started the PhD, I didn't even know what means research or to do your own research. You can see that I gain a bit of finance skill too. It's important because you have to maintain planning during your finances, how much you spend on that material, how much you spend on that let's say conference, because not all the time you have the money from your university, so you need to come with money from home. That is making you a better planner with your finance. Of course, you can get awards and you can put the money back in your account. The team management is another important skill that you can achieve, and marketing, of course. You can see that the marketing is not so important, but from my opinion, it's important because you need to show to the world your work and your achievement. The most important thing in marketing is to present yourself. Next, please. This I wanted to show you the languages that I learned and improved during my all degrees. of course, I came in the first faculty. I came with my basic English. I barely knew a few words. If somebody asked me, "Can you talk in English with me? Can you go to that topic or conference?" I was too shy, and I was, "Oh, my English is not so good." But step by step, you can improve your English to find your techniques and how to improve your speaking. The other languages that I learned and improved was the French and Spanish, because I participated in Erasmus exchange during all my degrees. But the best one, the longest one, was in Spain for my PhD, during my PhD degree for 3 months in Zaragoza. That was the longest, and I learned the Spanish language too. So you can improve your languages too, not even your topics on your engineering area, let's say like that. Next, please. These are a few, how to say, words that are making me smiling. There are gained during my PhD degree, because I didn't find my diplomas from the bachelor and master degree, but it's a very good feeling to see that your work is appreciated. It's not so difficult. It's difficult to implement your work just at the beginning. If you have the patience and the determination and ambition, you can achieve whatever you want. That is my opinion. So this is the dissemination of my work. Next, please. What are my interests? I love to go to the mountain. Actually, I saw a lot of high mountains. I've been in Kilimanjaro and Everest. I like to hike, and I like a lot to travel. That is an opportunity that is opened by Erasmus exchange, and in engineering domain there are wider. Even for women, they are the best opportunities, because they don't have a lot of women students, and the places are free every time. So I'm telling you, go to Erasmus exchange in engineering area. I think is the best thing you can do with in your life. I love a lot to do the sports when I have the time, of course, and I love my my dog. This is a Kangal. Actually, it's a Turkish Turkish Anatolian Shepherd dog. Actually, I buy it from from Turkish. I waited for him for 3 months, and his name is Abdul, but we call him Argosh. That means the bright one. Poor guy is sleeping with me during my work and studies, but it's a very good dog. It's guarding me to the highest level. Of course, who doesn't love the music? And I recommend you during the hard times to listen to your favorite music that is helping you to cross to the hard work. I think with this is finishing my presentation. I'm so sorry for the delay and for the bad communication. But you can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram. Please feel free to contact me if you want to come to in exchange, in Erasmus exchange, to our university. I can guarantee that I can give you a round view in Brasov or in the next cities to Brasov. I can take you on the mountain. I won't leave you there, I promise. But I can make you a better experience in Brasov. Just come. Thank you. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask them. Oh, I see that, Erhan, if I find difficult to study in this hard engineering area. How many times I was considering changing my career, but I was telling, oh, I did it till now. I won't let it. It's difficult because how to explain? Nobody is telling you how difficult it is, but it's beautiful when you find the results that is buggering you. You can say, "Ah, oh, I was so stubborn. I didn't see the answer." For the woman, I find a bit difficult, but I think it's much easier for women in engineering area because they consider it, let's say like this, and I love the expression of the people when I'm meeting them for the first time and they ask me, oh, and what are you doing? And I'm telling me I'm a civil engineering and welding engineering, and my PhD is in material science. And they're like, oh, yes, and what you do? And when you try to explain them what you do, they are amazed. It's difficult, but I think the teachers from your university can improve your life. I need to thank to my teachers from the material science faculty, because every time I find a difficult thing, I've been asking them and they find a way to show me. Actually, I have a funny story with one of my colleagues. He didn't understand the problem, how was solved in material science in characterization. And I think everybody tried to explain him and he didn't understand. And a teacher come to try to explain him. And for a half a day, he explained to him and he didn't understand. The next day, we tried to put him to the work to do it all by himself again and again till he understood it. And finally he get it. And he was like, I'm so sorry, guys. It was a very long ride to understand. This is in the life. There will be days that you will understand in 5 minutes everything that you need to do, your way to do it. And there will be times that it's taking you 1, 2, 3 months. From my presentation, you saw that my PhD duration was like almost 5 years. Was a bit difficult because of the pandemic time, and was difficult because I considered to drop my PhD degree. I'm glad that I didn't. And if you need a person to talk about, you can find me. I hopefully be a friend to and try to explain you the way to get out.
Thank you for the kind words. And I would like to ask, how did you choose the field you will be studying? Because your background is much different than engineering. And
yes, it started all by when I finished my high school. I started to travel a lot, and I saw a lot of beautiful buildings. I don't know if you've been to Prague, but yeah. It's a very discrepancy building. It's a very small at the bottom and it's very high at the top. And I was, how is standing that? And the bridges and everything. And I say, I want to do that. And everybody was telling me, oh, you can't do, it's too difficult, you need to have a good brain in mathematics, and no. And my master in welding, I wanted to think a bit different than my civil engineering, and I wanted to go on the welding metal structures, because I was working in the field of structural steel designing. Actually, if you go in Europe, I can send you privately some buildings that I created, but I wanted something more. So that came the welding. And after the PhD come very easily, because I wanted to recycle the materials. That was the main idea, because I wanted to create a building that is easier, and it's not costing so much. Because, for example, if you want to for you to build a house, the materials are very expensive, and they are very heavy. So that was the main idea at the beginning of my PhD degree. And after, start to finish in every other application, if in industrial application. For example, in home appliances, in vehicle application, how to create a more beautiful and more easier car, more safest than today. So that was that I can do. I want to do that. That was the reason.
Yes, that was inspiring, and I'm sure the buildings in Europe are really inspiring person to study civil engineering. And I have another question. You studied in a very man-dominating field. Have you had any obstacles about that? And if you had, how did you overcome these problems?
The main obstacles that they were in civil engineering in situ, because the people from sites that are working, they're not high educated, so that was a bit difficult. But try to gain their respect and overcome. In the other disciplines, other topics, I didn't have difficulties, because they were more like friendly and welcomed me, because not a lot of women like to go to civil engineering and welding engineering, so they're trying to take care of the woman. Of course, they don't tell, but they don't like too much to leave more space to the woman, let's say like this. But if you show them that you can achieve more than them, there's no problem.
So actually you achieved more than them and showed them that
yes, I showed them that I can do more than you, so you need to respect me. I know it's very tough at the beginning, but they understand it, and they welcomed me. Instead, at welding and material science faculty, they were more open-minded than the civil engineering, and I didn't have obstacles with them. But in civil engineering was very tough. But if you show them that you have the perseverance and the ambitions, and that you can do more than you are showing, they're gonna respect you, and they're gonna get you in their team.
Yes, thank you for your presentation. And if you have any questions, you can write them.
Actually, I have a question for all the girls out there. What you find the most difficult in your area? The topics, the teachers, I don't want to say, but it's the misogynism.
If I should answer to that question, in my area, I study bioengineering, and there are actually lots of girls than boys, and I don't find any misogynistic stuff in my area, but I find it difficult to shine from all of these girls, because there was some teachers from laboratories to say us that I only employ men because there are lots of women in these fields, so I should,
yes, I know what you mean, but the problem is that the only way to show them that they're wrong, to prove them wrong, is to show that you work and work and work. I know it's very difficult. Even if I finished all my degrees, the hard stuff is coming now, because I can observe a lot of women in engineering area that they're afraid. They're afraid to show that they know. They're afraid to show that they don't know. When you don't know something, it's not a thing to be scared. If you don't trust your teacher or your colleagues, go and ask somebody else, because for surely somebody's gonna help you. I think bioengineering is a very tough topic too.
Yes.
Wow. Combining everything what is bio materials and everything with engineering, but everything that is tough and difficult is beautiful at the end. And we need to show to the men that we can be strong.
Yes. I hope it will be beautiful for all of us women. And thank you for your beautiful presentation and kind words.
Yes, how it's saying Insi. I hope I pronounce correctly your name. Everywhere in the world, women in science work hard to prove themselves, not just in science, in every domain. Because I have friends from economics jobs, in marketing, management, in actually teaching too, and they work harder. That's a problem to be a woman. But what I wish you to meet the right people at the right time, and to give you a push, and
Yes,
to show your appreciation of your work.
Yeah, I hope all of us can experience that. And thank you for coming today. It was a difficult streaming, but I think we made it beautiful at the end. And say hi to your dog from all of us, Turkey.
Oh, he's gonna get all the kisses. He's the biggest lover in the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And if you want to come to Brasov, or if you are afraid to ask question now, please make my email public, and don't hesitate. I will try. I don't say that I will answer right away, because I have too much work to do, but I will find the time to answer you and to, let's say, to help you. And how we are saying in your language, teşekkür ederim.
Rica ederiz.
Okay, this is the only word that I know in Turkish. Teşekkür ederim.
Hope to see you soon again. Bye.
Okay, bye. Have a good one.
You too. Bye. Evet arkadaşlar, konuşmamız bu kadardı. Haftaya çarşamba yüz yüze bir Hearten Talks etkinliğiyle beraber olacağız. Hepinize iyi akşamlar dilerim. Görüşmek üzere.